Hello?
Hey everyone, in today's
Hello, hello. Let's go. Ba, ba, ba. Okay. Okay, and that should take care of that. Now we have this. Let's go ahead, select all sides. And extrude along the faces. Just gonna go ahead, select this. Where's the inset? No, here. Let's go with this. Select the outside of all these. And just extrude all these out. There we go. And go. Now we have the outside. We can continue to use that. This out, extrude this in, and then scale it out. Oh yeah, this chunk looking figure. Well, that replicate the same issue we were having originally. Nice. But why is there such a big difference in terms of X here? Let's see. So this. Better. Do I have to get to the same X modifier? Could just array it, give it the same X. What's that, 2? 1.9 because of the offset though. That increased this number by 10. And we have more of the same. That creates the roof shape that we need. Let's see. We could change this. And go ahead and extrude some of this, make it more dynamic. Let's go here and screw these.
The edges of the extrusion are sharp, so these
This as sharp. mark. Can't really see the top one due to the lighting, but it's there. Probably gotta add a couple ripple cuts here so that we can go ahead and make this more playable. Let's go here, R. the offset. Have the proper offset. The offset itself is off. Interesting. Go ahead, add the array. Make sure this is fixed. Got it going in the 1. And look for this as 10. Make sure there's some into the Z's. It's identical to this. 1.34. Too much. And down. Come on. Go ahead. Do this one. More scale. X. Go here. Select this entire face. Spirit. It's not this one I want to extend, it's the one on top. Let's see. There we go. Saving this. Let's go here and there we go. No. 6. Considers too much, so 1.69. 69. There we go. It comes apart again. It's here. It's also doing that again. Being relative offset. I wonder if I do constant. Instead, switch this to constant as well. Hey, that works already much better. Get rid of the relative. Okay. Keep that. we have none of that issue. Hopefully, we probably will have to readjust this afterwards though. Alright, that's good. So now we just gotta make sure that, oh, there we go. While we are doing this, we are able to I'll say apply them all, but we need to make sure that we're able to what's the right word? Because we need to duplicate it to the proper groups. Let's go ahead and apply all these. That's what it is. Okay. Now we have that there. Save this once more. Okay. Gonna go ahead. We can lactase the scene. I haven't used lactase in a while though. It's tricky to use because of how it's set up, but lactising lets you unless you do this thing where you can change how it's set up and move it around. Let's see. Okay, so we're gonna move this. So, we can make first of all, I'm going to apply. Find the easy select. Select linked. Works. There's the back crack. Let's do the same to Okay, cool, cool. Now try to set the cursor instead of at the thing. We're gonna set it to the printer. Let's see. Well, this changes. Split this. There we go. Nice. Gotta get the height right now. Let's get the height right. Scale Z. So scale Z. Let's go next. Now with the lattice, you can go ahead and create rooftops using the same material as needed. So, for example, where's your lattice? Let's make the modifier 5. So now it's split into 5. Something like 4. Okay, so now, what do you see? We now have a roof object that we can use whenever we want. Let's go and give it the lattice modifier. So allow it to conform with the lattice in place. So it should be 1. There we go. So now we have this lattice, this thing, which will control basically wherever we move this to. So for example, if I go here, oh wait, there we go, and select just a vertex and go G, we're moving everything out. I go here, and this controls the lower. Everything inside of there is getting shifted. And this way we can do curves, hills, and strange shapes as needed with this. So that's not good enough. So to continue this, we're gonna need to change it so that, what's the best way to say this? We're gonna have roofs of different shapes. And we're gonna want, so, we go here, let's rotate 90 degrees. Yep, still not connected to this, so let's go ahead and new collection. Let's call this edit mode, go over here, select all this, go to M, new collection, tiles, and then go rotate this 90, rotate this in the X 45, and ta-da! Repeat this and you have a proper roof. Again, what I need to do is select that. Change the music. Let's go with this. Okay. Let's go here, change this. Well, this does help us with this. What are we missing from a roof?
Control J. We want all of this to be joined, otherwise. Control J.
Alright, let's go. Alright, let's go. Alright. Let's go ahead and alright. Control J this. Control J. Boom. Okay. I rotate, all of it comes together.
The lattice is going to so back to lattice modifier. Just check that all the middle vertices are selected. Now let's move this down.
So what happened there is that the lattice modifier is no longer being applied onto this. Apply this back on, lattice resigned. And now we can go back here, go here, go like there, and now the lattice is modifying it. Or we can go like this and just rotate the whole thing. Now everything's being modified by the lattice. So basically lattice has now become the king of our thing. Let's see.
Just a little bit. So you can now see, now that we've joined everything together, it's all deforming nicely with each other.
So now I can, if I want to, go like Z. Z. And then in the bottom. That's why it's giving us stretch marks like that. So I keep forgetting to also select the bottom when I build these things. Let's go revert this a bit. Yeah, thank you. Alright. Go ahead and put the X-ray mode. So then you can go like whoosh. Z. Z. And we'll go like this section. And G, Z. And then here. Remove this, and now we have this curved, bent, and folded, all while maintaining the design and shape that we needed for the roofs. Go on.
Here. Again, just making sure I've selected everything at the bottom here. Move them down very slightly. Here. Move them up just a little bit. And then grab the edges of the lattice here. And then drag. And then move them up just a little bit. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab the view for this. Move forward. But we don't want to do it too much because we don't want
And fix all this. We know this is this way, then we go ahead and rotate this. X. And this a bit back. Y.
I'm going to form the tiling here. It looks like. Make it
Oh yeah, the tiles going as we
so
need.
whatever you are going for. And if you feel like anything looks too sharp, I'm now going to show you. So, for everything to be perfectly modular, we need to adhere to one rule. This roof needs to be cut at a 45-degree angle, so that it can perfectly fit with duplicated versions of it to form a complete roof. And you'll see why that is important later. Also, before we move on, now will be a good time to apply our lattice modifier, if you are happy with the changes.
I think it was pretty good where we are now. Let's go ahead and apply this lattice modifier. Now, we have this.
Just avoid deleting the lattice.
And we'll probably get rid of this too right now.
Just in case you want to use it again in the future. So we can just keep our lattice hidden for now. So let's begin. Let's set the origin of our roof to the centre of mass surface again. And then Shift and S, cursor to active. Now create a plane, scale it up so that we can sit properly. Let's just move it up as well. And the first thing to note, do not scale this plane on any specific axis. Only scale it uniformly. This plane must be a uniform square at all times, where each of its measurements match. This will help us adhere to that 45-degree rule. Right, so now let's go into edit mode on the plane, face select mode, and now let's right click on the top face and select poke faces. So this has now given us 4 45-degree angle cuts on our plane here. Let's delete the bottom part here, and let's take these faces and let's just extrude them up. And let's also come to the object properties here, viewport display, and let's just display our new shape here as wire, just so we can see through it. And now let's scale the shape around so that it fits around our roof, but also make sure that there is a slight gap down here. Something like that, just want a bit of a gap there. And again, scale uniformly. These measurements need to match. Let's also take our shape and just make sure that it is moved down into the roof, like that. And now with the roof selected, create a Boolean modifier and assign the new shape we made as the object for the Boolean. And if you're happy with the cut, just apply our Boolean modifier. So what have we just done? Well, we've basically used our new shape to cut into the geometry of our roof here. And we are using a 45-degree cut, which means that if we were to duplicate this roof and rotate it on a 90-degree angle, it should match up quite nicely. But before we do that, let's just set the transform pivot point up here to 3D cursor. And now select the Boolean box and set the origin to geometry. And then Shift and S, cursor to active. And now, in top of a graphic view, just so you can see it a bit better, if I was to duplicate this roof with Control C and Control V and then rotate on the Z axis by 90 degrees, you can see that it's lined up quite nicely. If you zoom in, you may notice there's still a slight bit of a mismatch. Normally, but this is because of the lattice modifier. If you didn't use a lattice and any curvature, then this would line up perfectly. These mismatches aren't really an issue for a lot of Asian, Japanese architecture. you normally have a seam. So let's just bring this up a bit more on low axis. What I mean by you normally get shapes that cover up the seams with a lot.
Okay. Now, let's bring back our roof. Where is... Okay. So what do we know about this compared to this? Well, we're gonna have to cover this. Well, let's try this first. G into the X. Z. And then we'll just go rotate the X to the Z. Move this. Let's see. About there. GZ. G to the Y now. Basically, we're gonna do this. Probably gonna mirror it. Z. Z. Let's add the mirror modifier. Okay, I'm gonna mirror it according to this. Okay. Now, I'm gonna go ahead, put a, you know what? Let's go ahead and put set origin. Yeah, it's over there. Gotta move this. Okay, let's go under here. We'll shift S. Let's have the cursor move to the selected. Then let's move. We're gonna have to move this cursor about here. About here. So what we're gonna do is gonna put in the cursor in empty, and we're gonna have, and we're gonna go ahead. Mother. Alright, there we go. And we're gonna move this, have this rotate around empty. So if I do X, it just is on top, but if I do Y, now we have our roof. And now if we're gonna array this, so say we want another, there we go. And that is our Japanese style roofs. Let's go here. So we want to separate this a bit, because by separating it, we get the seam. With the seam, we go here. And let's move this right here. here. Shift A, mesh cube. Put this cube to get into X. Scale to X. Okay, let's go here. Move this here. Go here. Let's see how that looks. I can't see shit. Oops. Here, change this to this. Set. Wait, snap. Selected. There we go. Let's see. Does this actually cause any issues? Ooh. Seems fine. There's that bit over there that I dislike. It's because I deleted the continuity one. I think it's fine. Yeah, it looks fine to me. Yeah, we'll continue with this. Okay. I wonder. Okay, I should really duplicate this. All this clean. And there we go. GX, GY. Send that somewhere else. We'll probably reuse that. I sort of wish I kept that flat version now, though. That could have been useful. Can't cry over spilled milk. Okay, where is the... I have a terrain zone. Yeah, I'm getting rid of this terrain. As nice as it is, I need something more flat. Something more like road. Well, at least we were able to get this roof done. Let's see. And store. Could replace the rest of the doors right now. First, let me get this tile.
Cool. If I was just create two materials, and again, you don't have to follow what I'm doing here. This is just.
Get the material on this right though. Here, let's move this. Let's take this.
An example. If I just create a material called roof, a material called caps. something like that. And then I'm just going to use some material.
One for the circles too. Circles.
Materials I downloaded off Substance Source, and I'm also going to use a Node Wrangler add-on for Blender. I'm going to do, I think it's Control Shift and T with the Node Wrangler add-on. Select, and there you go. You can see the material applying now quite nicely.
Let's see. Clay. Fusion assets. Here we go. Okay, ambient CG, let's go here. So now we have to look at like actual roof, what's it called? This roof, the roof tile is called Koara. So let's look at some actual Koara roofs. It's like clay, right? Yeah. Question of color now. Let's see what we have in terms of clay. Or technically you can use any material as long as you give it the proper color afterwards, but clay specifically. What we have is the brownish texture. What's that blue? What's the reference image look like? It has this purple tone. I can copy the material and the rest, and then it's just a purple tone. Or make it more purple, I guess. Yeah, let's go with that. Alright, let's go here. Control T this. Textures, let's go with clay for now. Let's go with normals. Bump node. Make sure this is more or less perfect. Okay, and then all we need is just simply the, let's see. The ambient occlusion. Displacement as well. How should I apply displacement? Let's see. I'll go ahead and do this. Let's try something. RGB. This and overlay. This one. Ambient occlusion. Let's see. Roughness is easy enough. We just apply that. Oh wait, it's not bump, it's normal. Ooh, it's actually nice. Let's go here. Here. Oh, that's much better. Now let's go ahead and change this into UV map. Now we have like a lot more of the texture and focus that's supposed to be there. It's like already becoming better than quite a bit actually. The only thing I can say is like if we change this, I'm sure we can change the darkness, the brightness to the material. It's like cool. What I think we can do is now add the bump map on top of this. Just like this. Now we have the texture and the roughness onto it. Now the only thing I can think of is like, do we want color to stay the same? But first, let me go ahead and add. So we have this here. So we have this roughness, right? So let's go ahead and add in the ambient occlusion. And what we're gonna do is just add it on top of it. But here's the thing. If we add it on top of it, it gets into this weird sort of iffy-offy shape. I'm gonna get rid of that, because I always should do this first. So we have the animated inclusion, and we have the normals, and we're just gonna plug this in to the height. This. It basically gives us the actual height we need of everything, and the shifts and bumps and creaks. And in my opinion, that's like way too much, so we're gonna go put this much lower. Let's here we'll put like that. Yeah. Now it actually looks somewhat like tiles. What else can we do? We can change the distance, I guess, but distance won't change much on anything. Let's see. Strength, we're changing it to very low, so I guess we can increase it just like that. The only other thing we can do now is like add into the roughness. We can add in a color. And by doing that, we can change basically how rough we actually want things to be. There we go. So for example, if we go here and look at this for a second, you see this? Well, we can basically change how rough we want it. So more rough, less rough. Just like that. Okay, let's just do something similar for the roof now, actually. The door. Oh, the roughness wasn't even connected. Alright, there's normals. Ambient occlusion. Ooh. And this into the height. And we'll decrease the strength by a lot. See? So much better in terms of wood already. Now as for the roughness, what was it we did for the tiles? We just added a color ramp to control it. We can do the same here. Color ramp. Add this here. Boom here. Boom into the. Where's the roughness? There it is. Now we can go like. How rough do you want it? You can actually see it now. Bits and pieces of wood shape on top. Okay. What else is there? We can add in. Yeah, we can add in the overlay on top of that. Fix that up. See, over here, textures, wood floor. Inclusion and mix RGB. overlay this. There we go. Nice. But that's not all we have to do. We still have paper to do. I might just copy this. Go here. Delete this. Paste it. And then change all this to paper. That might actually be faster. Paper. So paper color. Paper occlusion. Paper and then... Oh, there's no occlusion for this one. Okay. Oh yeah, paper's more thin. I'm going to actually have an occlusion. So paper is the same. Paper roughness though. Paper. Let's go here. Paper displacement, normal roughness. Oh, right. And color to the roughness. Put this over there. Make sure that the ambient occlusion paper is not there. Make sure the normals I'm still not feeling this paper though. As weird as it sounds now. I mean, we have this, right? And then we're gonna have people like whoosh. But still. Alright, let's go inside and just fix stuff there. The shaders are all probably wrong there too. But, okay. Baskin. Oh, that'd be. Okay. Wood flooring, and we can basically use the same thing. Actually, this one uses the same wood flooring. Base color, roughness, normals. I feel like this would be much more rough here. This, but no. There. Chairs. Chairs just have the color right now. But we want chairs to have the whole shebang. And now let's change it to the other wood that we have. Color. Let's see. Color. Ambient occlusion. Nice. Roughness. Let's move the roughness. change it from that to that. And then ambient occlusion once more. Da, da, da. Finally, on the normals, just change it to this and add in this. It goes like really strong. Sheen. Increase on these. Okay. This one, I don't actually have to do too much, at least. Get rid of this. That's that in. The roughness. Let's go here. Take the roughness that we set up beforehand. Add it into this. It's a desk. I want to make it much less rough than the others. Okay. Yeah, like that. Clear top. And as for the rest, so what I can do is go ahead and get rid of this part. Put this here. Add in the color red. And nice. And finally, so much more to do. I can take all of this and use it again for this. So I was using the fabric one for that. You can use this. Let's go with ambient occlusion that we don't have. Color, which we do. So basically, get rid of all that. Go here. This is the roughness. We're not using wood, we're using fabric. Anyways, ambient occlusion, don't have, get rid of. Normals, let's go here. And fabric 29, normals. Blend the normals in here. Okay. And wood here. We basically just reuse. Okay. I'll copy this. Go here. Delete this. Paste this. Roughness. And just this fabric. Let's move this it up. Go down here, fabric it. Fabric 26. Let's go. We have the color, which is the right color. Do we have an ambient occlusion? I don't believe we did for fabric. Yeah, we don't have ambient occlusion for fabric. That's pretty much it. Roughness, fabric. Same. And again, no ambient occlusion. Well, basically all we did was just add in these two nodes. Nothing quite from the outside. Nope, no color. Now I'm gonna go here. It's gonna add in the color that I want. And then I'm gonna mix RGB this. Color. Nice. And now what color do I want? This purple that they have. Do I have to? Okay, let's get rid of this mix shader. Let's get rid of this for a second. Let's put this here. This here. Oh, yeah. Connect this to the base color. Not the worst. I wish it was a gray though. Let's go. Yeah. I think it's the same as the. actually came out quite nicely. Okay. Now we just need to look up some Japanese style walls and start picking and choosing what we want and start putting it on the wall as needed. So let's look at some first reference image that we have. See, these reference images has everything as the occasional verticals. So if we want to stick with that, we can. But we're gonna need better wall material, something more like chalk, clay, but white. How about we can go ahead and use that continuously. I think that's where we'll end the stream today. I am sorry for cutting off last time short. I wasn't feeling well, and the exam's coming up, and I still have exams coming up, and still not feeling well. So I think that's where we're gonna call it. Thanks everyone for taking your time to stay, and well, listen to me drivel. Take care now.